President Trump is reportedly preparing to sign an order to dismantle the Department of Education. Sources say he could decide this week to take the first steps. 11 Alive's Joe Ripley breaks down what the president can actually do and what it could mean for Georgians.
Alicia Thomas Searcy spent 12 years in the Georgia House, focused on education concerns across the state.
I'm a mom of 3 school-age children, and one in particular has an IEP. And so I've lived this as a parent since my daughter was in 3rd grade, having to interface with schools and making sure that her rights are being protected.
In trying to protect those rights, Searcy worries about the potential dismantling of the federal Department of Education.
And when you eliminate the Department of Education, you are taking away the rights of children and protecting them.
President Donald Trump has repeatedly called for a reduced role the U.S. Department of Ed plays and an increase in the role states play in education.
If he's trying to cut programs on his own authority, he might find that he doesn't have very much authority to do that.
Emory University law professor Alexander Volokh says the president could transfer certain roles and responsibilities to other federal departments or reallocate funding elsewhere. But items like Pell Grants and other scholarship funding, Title I and Title IX funding are all required by law, so those programs must continue until Congress says otherwise.
The funding has to be given. That the president does not have a unilateral authority to stop sending money or to stop spending money that Congress has said should be spent.
Volokh says states would have to get creative and find ways to make up for any lost funding or make tough decisions to cut certain programs, while Searcy, a former school superintendent, believes states aren't equipped to take on more responsibility in education. She feels federal oversight is necessary to ensure accountability.
I want parents to feel empowered. I want policymakers to feel empowered, that they should put politics aside and do what's in the best interest of children.
In Cobb County, Joe Ripley, 11 Alive News.
Now, we reached out to Georgia's Department of Education about the possibility of its role changing, but we haven't heard back. To fully cut the federal Department of Education would take an act of Congress.